So the axle wrap is unreal. I've watched a couple videos. I'm still learning suspension. I've never messed with it. I just, you know, deal with whatever. So here's what I did. I ordered two things. I ordered some new leaf springs for the truck, 3-inch wide, 2450 weight capacity from General Springs. They should be here Friday. Now my issue with putting new springs in it is this. I want the truck to be lowered, and from this side it looks okay. The back tires just got a little bit of tug. The front tires both tug nicely. But this side, I mean, that's not tucked at all. Not even remotely close. It's sticking up. And if you get from the back of the truck and look at it, I don't know if it's really hard to see, but the truck leans down on this side, and I'll show you how much I'll measure it. So, to the edge of the fender, we got 30, we got 30 and an eighth or so. Okay, now 30 and an eighth. Let's come over here and see what this rig shows. Jeez. Oh, my bad. So we're at 30 and 7/8. I can't keep it straight. But, you know, it's a pretty substantial difference, and it makes me crazy. I want to fix it. So the new springs, that should help with some axle wrap plus those little bars. And really what I think I'm gonna do, man, that's gonna be a huge drop, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna flip the axle. So I'm gonna go ahead now and start getting ready to pull the bed. But yeah, let's get after it. So I got the fuel deal loose, and then now you gotta take loose. This is really weird. I got this bolt, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now check this out. All right. Here's what they should look like right here. There's a nut. That one's on because it's freaking tight. But this jewel, I don't know what is going on there. I don't even know how I can get that loose. And that's probably something that I did. I'm gonna just see if I can. Did it turn? Okay, so now I remember this. It's got like a Phillips head in it. And it's stuck. And this one's rounded off. And then this one's now rounded off. So, alright, I'm gonna take a grinder and cut me a notch in it and try to unscrew it with this here screwdriver. Okay, yeah, hold up. Geez, there's not much left of this bolt. I'm just gonna try to grind it off, I think. All right, so I got these bolts out, and then these little jewels I end up having to cut. Well, cut that one. There's a remnants of that other one right here. I had to grind. Oh yeah. Okay, I think she's ready. So I'll set the camera up, and I'll show you the redneck way I've done this a handful of times. All right, this is my janky little setup, and I've done it a handful of times. Is it the best way? Absolutely not. Does it work? It has in the past, but there's no guarantee that it'll work this time. But, you know, all I gotta do is lift the bed and get it off. So, yeah. It appears to be slightly heavier than my last ones I've done. Come on, buddy. But that ain't gonna work like that, though. Maybe I need a little bit more extension. Out of all these things that I've done so far, I mean, I have not died yet. So that's gotta be saying something. I can't imagine that this bed is any heavier than any of the other beds that I've pulled off. What if I counterweight this and then drive out from under it? Is that a good idea or a bad idea? It may be a good idea, and I just don't know it. Or, hang on, you know what? I got a better idea. Hey, let me look. So yeah, this bed is substantially heavier than any other bed that I have lifted. I don't understand why though. Oh, it's got that little toolbox. Hey, what all's in that toolbox? Probably could empty all this junk out. Okay, so the bed's not any heavier. I'm really dumb and I welded a bolt onto the bottom of the bed for an exhaust hanger, but it was a rubber one and it was stretchy. So I got the bed. I'm gonna have Adrian start the truck and it's gonna be really close. Let's get a good shot just in case I destroy this, which I don't think I'm going to. It's gonna be real nice, man. Look at that, it's a good truck. So then I'm hopefully maybe get the trailer, back it up, set it on the trailer. All right, ready? Now, just start easing forward. Gently, gently, gently. Just ease out on the clutch. You're good, you're good. You shouldn't have to give it, you should not have to give it gas. No, baby, are you in first gear?
I was.
Yeah, you should not have to give it gas. Just ease out on the clutch and it should go forward. Slowly, slowly, slowly. I can't see nothing. Keep going, you're good. Slowly. Keep going. Keep going. A little bit more. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Thank you. All right. Easy. There's nothing to it.
You go forward.
Forward. Yeah, sure do. I want, yeah, got him. I hook this and pull this, so I've got 54 3/4 roughly on this one. And then if I come over here, oh look at that, 55 and skosh more, 1/16. So this one's spread out further or whatever. You know, hindsight being whatever hindsight is, I wish I would have measured it, which I did get a rough measurement, but before the springs, and after. Oh, how's that flip right into my eyeballs? Wear safety glasses all day long. Yes. Gah! What? You know, this whole rear end is just doing some crazy things. Now I just want to set it straight down. What was that? Oh, okay, no problem. Good. All right, now I should just be able to take the springs off and that be that. Here's where I would notch it. I'm still thinking about notching it. Is this battery going dead? Because, I mean, this impact will take the world apart. Oh. I don't really want to grab that and destroy my little fingies. But that was actually my first reaction. Those Viscase wrenches, the sucker got seen its fair share of 13% acid. Oh my gosh, perfect. Just like I planned. You know, I don't think I've ever changed a leaf spring in my life. I've been working on automobiles for a while, and I've never done this. Oh, so there's my first one. Got me a big one. So I want to lay this out and compare it to the other one just to see. I hope that's why my truck was sitting so crooked and giving me a complex. If I could ever get this thing to at least sit right, I wouldn't be so upset about it not making any power. But hopefully, you know, the end result is going to be all the power and all the look good. I'll take some of the power. You ain't got to have all of it. I'm not greedy. At least I don't feel like I'm greedy, but jeez, right on my brake line. But you know, you don't necessarily need brakes. I feel like there's some more stuff I should have unhooked. Okay. Hammer. All right. Yeah, let's get this out. Let's put one on top of another one. So, to my surprise, they look identical. I really thought it'd be like obvious, like, oh man, this sucker's really, really messed up or something. What if I... Oh yeah, on my steel toe. If I put them like this. It's probably because the one's wore out spring-wise. You know what I'm saying? It's what it's got to be. Okay. I'll get an idea on the new springs, and then... I don't know why I'm yelling. You got no earplugs in. But, man, I really want to notch this and flip it. I got to cut these perches off if I do that, which shouldn't be an issue. I'll just get me a measurement of where they are. Go 180. Which I think, oh no, you know what? Then I can set my pinion angle where they are and then weld them on. Yeah. All right. I'll be back tomorrow. And the next day's Saturday, so I'll have a good bit to, I can get some stuff done Saturday. Later. All right, so it's Friday, and then next Saturday I'm going to the dyno. I've got some new springs coming to put here, and I'm hoping that they'll be here today. I'm not real sure what I want to do. I'm kind of back and forth. I was thinking the best thing to do would be to put the springs in it, set the pinion angle again, and make sure everything's smooth and right. I also think I must have like a tire imbalance issue. Something's not right. I really am hoping it's not the drive shaft, but I'm not 100% sure. But while I got the bed off, while I'm changing the springs, I mean, it kills me to not try to, you know, put me a little C-notch in here because I'm really not happy with the way the truck sets. I mean, it's got this rake like this, and I really want it to set either perfectly flat or slightly down on the back, slightly down. Not the sagging, but slightly. And I want that tire to be tucked more. So what I'm thinking about is, oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this truck frame and just hope everything fits. I got to make some spring perches, some other things. But right now I got to weld. I had a buddy cut these out for me, and I'm just gonna weld them together. That's gonna be my notch. I don't know if this is the right size, but I think it's close enough. I may trim it down here just a little. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm not gonna go too far because I may just set the springs in and just see what it looks like before I cut the frame. But that's what I got. Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking good right there. Thank you to my homeboy that cut those. Very nice. Golly, looking good. I ain't no welder, but you know, that's pretty good. And I think what I'm gonna do is just weld a little bit. I don't want it to get too hot. Man, that looks good. That's very nice. Very nice cuts on that. Better than I could do. So here's my plan. This is the factory bump stop. This should be dead center. I'm gonna clean all this up, grind these rivets off, and then I'm gonna just kind of get an idea of how much of this I actually need. I think these are a little bit big, so I can probably, I don't know, cut it along the frame there, make it look nice. We'll see. Let me clean all this up. This thing here is a daggum death wheel. Let me get some safety glasses, just so it don't go through my eyeball. Now I need to cut these rivets. I don't know. Cut this here rivet off. May have to get me a bigger wheel. Alright. Jeez. Let me give that a little grinding. All right, I'm getting ready to cut this. I can't see because this stupid thing. Get off there. All right, I'm getting ready to, yeah. All right, I'm getting ready to cut this. And I don't know why, but I'm so, like, nervous about cutting this truck. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but it ain't right. So, and I think I see rust back there on the cab. Hey, we'll deal with that later. Let's try to stay focused. So I'm gonna cut this, I'm gonna put my plate in. Worst case scenario is it don't work. It's gonna be fine. I know it's gonna be fine. Also, I did get some new springs. There's one, the other one's out in the driveway. So this is gonna be awesome. I know it's gonna be awesome. Just gotta stay positive, baby. This is gonna be sweet. I got me a little fire blanket over my fuel tank. Lost my safety glasses. Okay. Let's cut him. You know, as I'm looking at this, I got the weight of the truck supported back here with my jack stands, and I'm cutting this. I honestly do not think it's going to be an issue. But then, you know, at the same time, I stopped what I was doing. Look, I'll put my handyman jack here. I've never even used this thing, maybe once. It ain't good for nothing. But I put it there. And then I'm going to continue cutting my truck that there ain't nothing wrong with. Dude, I smell something burning. I mean, it's... All right, ain't no going back now. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Just gotta fit it, clean it a little bit, and I probably need to go in here because where I grinded that, shoot, I should have thought about that, but this is gonna create a fillet here where that's gonna rub that. That's okay, I'll notch it, clean it up a little bit, get her in there. Yeah. All right, so what I got at this point is I've cleaned everything. I trimmed this back a little bit. I'll probably try to fill that in with some weld right there. And I'm gonna just weld this a little bit at a time to try not to get it overly hot, but I'm not really concerned about it. I do want to carry weight with this truck, but I honestly don't think it's gonna be an issue. This is gonna be pretty strong regardless. Let's do a little welding on it and see how that goes. All right, so I got one welded in, and I think, I don't know, I ain't never done this. I got to weld that and that, but I thought about, I don't know, I guess I could leave that. Let me see. I don't know how the axle's gonna lay. I cannot vertical weld to save my life, so I just smoothed that. These look pretty good, I'm okay with that, and I'm gonna paint it anyways. But yeah, those looked bad, so I ground those. And I welded the back side. And now I just need to let it cool and put some paint on it. And then, I don't know, maybe, I really think I should cut that line right there. Cut that line. Yeah, I think I'm going to. Because I don't know, there's no need for that to hang down. And I don't think it's strengthening anything, so probably gonna cut it. All right, now it's welded all the way in. I got it all the way around underneath. Pretty good. I think that's gonna be all right. I just gotta do the other side now. Well, I ran out of wire. I ran out of MIG wire. I did get this one done. I got this one put in, but the welds are terrible. Yeah, that's a big old gap right there. I'll figure it out, you know. So now what I'm doing is I'm gonna use my old cherry picker here. I gotta get this shop cleaned up, man. This is some trash. All right, use my cherry picker, get the back end up. I may put this on dollies, scoot it out, and I'm gonna start trying to figure out how to make new spring perches out of this little piece of channel I got here. I don't know if I can take a hole saw and make those. I don't have a torch. That just make me new perches that'll fit. I've never done that either, so that'll be a new thing. Hopefully Adrian will bring me some wire, but I'll get some eventually. This turned out to be a big job, but man, hey, they're all big jobs, right? This is looking good. I think this is gonna hold good. Everything's gonna be good. The truck's gonna look fantastic when it's done. I think it's gonna be either level, and I've also got these adjustments here And it was on the very top, so the spring would be all the way up, and this is at the very top. You know, I don't know if this is supposed to have any kind of movement or none's movement. I don't know, that's really, I don't know. I don't do a whole lot of suspension work, but I'm gonna do some messing around and figure it out. Till then, I'll be back in a little bit. I gotta figure out something on this purchase. Bloop. All right, I ain't no fabricator, but I gotta cut like a pie shape or like a circle out of this, and I don't really have the best tool to do it, but I love hole saws. If you use them right, they last forever, really good. But I took a couple of pieces of square tubing and some other, well, this rectangle square, whatever. Clamped it, and I'm hoping that I can drill me a pilot and then just walk this through one side, flip it over and walk it through the other and get almost a perfect shape that I need there. So yeah, I'm gonna try that. All right, so I adjusted my pilot out just a little bit. This thing may bite and try to kill me, I don't know, but gotta want it. All right. Here we go. I don't know if you're just looking at my shoulder or what. Ba-bam! Easy. Now I just gotta flip it, do the other side. The key to keeping them sharp and making them cut good, that thing is just as sharp as it was new. And y'all may think I'm lying, but I'm not. Is to just go slow, take your time. Beautiful. Are there easier ways to do this? Yep. But I know this would give me decent results, and I'm really hard-headed. If I know it'll work, then I'm gonna do it. I hope I just got them lined up pretty close to each other. Let's see if it fits. Oh yeah, man, what you talking about? I'm gonna cut me some angles in here and then clean them up, stick them on there, and we'll get a look at, I don't know how much longer it's gonna take, but a little bit longer, and we'll get a look and see where the truck's gonna sit, because I ain't gotta have that part welded on before we mock it up. I can still weld it with that in place. Went and took me a little break, ate some lunch. I forgot to start recording it. Anyways, I got this thing whittled out. I put me some little chamfers or edges on it, cleaned it up. Got my hole drilled. I've got 2 of them, and slid the axle back under there. I'm gonna put my springs in it and then let it down and see how low it actually sits. Wherever it is, this actually sits in there like that to locate it, but the problem is it's backwards because this is how it sits originally, not supposed to, you know. It'd be supposed to, whatever we want it to be. But this is how it sits originally, and now I'm wanting it to set like that. So let me clamp this and flip that around. Okay. My other big concern is that these lowering shackles are going to make it way too low. I have no idea I know that's way heavier than I thought. I mean, even though I've picked it up 17 times. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. I got it kind of set up. I've never done this. I don't know what I'm gonna have to finagle around, but let's let it down and try not to crush anything. Hey, I got it on them stupid jacks right there, but that's all right for now. Whoa, way faster than I thought. Okay. So I got it. Nothing's tight, but everything's bolted up. Let's just see what it looks like when I put it on the ground. I still got a long ways to go, so it's not done. I've got to set the pinion angle. I've not even finished welding this notch over here, you know. But everything's kind of positioned where it needs to be. I ain't got no shocks on it. The shocks are actually, believe it or not, completely wore out. I believe they're the original 1976 shocks. So she sat pretty low before. Ooh. Whoa, whoa! All right, I'm gonna be straight up. That is gonna be too low. I mean, I like it, but I can tell you right now, my hitch is all. All right, I may have to get some shorter, let's see. Let's have a look. I may have to get some shorter rear shackles right here to pick that up, because that, look at that, that's gonna drag. But dadgum, I guarantee it looks good. She got a little bit of a rake, I can already tell. And it's in my wash bay, so it's already kind of going downhill a little bit. But yeah, that's gonna be way better. I mean, is it too low? Absolutely. But I wanted to go lower. It's gonna be good. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be all right. We'll get it worked out. Now these shocks ain't gonna work. Well, they may. They're not gonna be permanent, but they'll. All right, let me see what else I gotta do here. All right, so now I got it out here on my shop floor here, and it is pretty low in the back. If you look at the body line, you can see it's pointed, you know, at a downward slope. So that, and I don't have very much clearance here at all. I'm not real sure. Wow, there's a little more than I thought, but hang on. All right, I'm gonna jump on this. I don't know if this will translate on the camera, but I mean, well, of course, there's no shocks on it, obviously, but right now everything looks good other than these terrible welds here. I gotta grind that and fix it. I ran out of wire, and then I tried to use some flux core wire. Anyways, so Adrian's bringing me some. I'm gonna have to rework my exhaust, do something different there, and it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good. I just gotta figure out exactly what I'm gonna do with it here. So, yeah, I'll get it figured out. I know what I was gonna say. I think I'm gonna call my buddy and get some factory length shackles, so that'll push this spring down, which will raise the truck up. And I don't know, I don't even remember what these look like, the factory ones, but I'm sure they're taller. I don't, it's hard to tell without the bed on there, but it doesn't need to go way up, but it does need to come up some because it's definitely too low now. And if I want to carry something, it may be, you know, an issue. We'll just have to see. Yep. All right, so I'll report back when I figure something out here. All right, so where I left off is I've got the, I got this other side here welded in. That side is looking good. I guess I can pop over there. Yeah, got that all welded in. And now, as I'm looking at this thing, you know, I said it yesterday, but it's too low in the back. I've not put the bed on, but I ain't got to put the bed on to see that's too low. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I have enough room here to drill another hole. I got to do some measuring and see, but I think I can. I think I can lower this just to, you know, one bolt hole go down, I think will make a difference. And also back here on this rear shackle, I called my buddy and he said he had some factory shackles, but I don't know that I need the, he said it was 4 and some change distance, and I can just drill me a hole here, drop this, which will pick the back end up. So I think what I'm going to do is drop the springs, or lift them, whatever. I don't know how you say it now. Whatever. And pull these shackles, drill new holes. And I've measured, and here I've got 20 and 7/16 in this position. And this is a rudimentary way to do it. I know it's not perfect. And I've got 19 from the floor to here. So I'm going to drill that one and that one, put it back together and measure it, see how much it raises it. Hopefully it brings it up a little bit. I don't know. I just don't want it to be, I mean, Carolina squatted, or North, South Carolina, one of the Carolinas. And I want it to be more level. But then after I get that level, then I can, and this is kind of weird here. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I got to get a bar, loosen these and squeeze, you know, get this sucker over. Both sides are extended out just a little bit. So I think I'm going to shove them in. Then I got to weld these to the axle. And yeah, then I got to figure out shocks. Wait, I want to set this pinion angle before I weld them, so that way if I do that, hopefully I won't have to mess with shims. So yeah, so let me drill these, see how that goes, and I'll be back. All right, so where I'm leaving off for now is I got this drilled down. It's at 4.5. It's like, I think that's the factory length. So I measured it, and I don't know where I got this 20 and 7/16, but I can't find that measurement. Anyways, basically it looks like it came up about a 1/2 inch from where I moved it there. And then I drilled another hole here, and it went from 19 at this point to 19.5. So I got to do the other side, and hopefully I won't have a squat. And then I've just got to figure out my pinion angle and everything. And I got to figure out something on the shocks. I'm supposed to dyno this thing on the 10th, and today's the 4th. So I got a little bit of work to do. We'll see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that exhaust. I may have to go under the axle there, because that right there ain't going to work. So all right, that's what I got for now. All right, new plan. So I don't have the shocks. It's Sunday. I got to cut the grass still. I got to put this back together. We're supposed to go to the dyno. So what I'm going to do now is just put these back in this position, put this in this position, and then just put the axle back on top, put the axle back under the springs. And then I can always come back and finish that later, the C-notch deal, wanting to drop it the way it wants. But in order for me to go to the dyno and be able to tow with it and everything, I think it'd be better for me to just, I can pull the bed. It doesn't take 10 minutes to pull the bed off of it. I can do all that later, but I don't have time. I'll probably still have to take a day off of work to finish this up and make sure everything's ready, because the other day I might have slipped the clutch a little bit. I'm not sure. And I'm really concerned about that. So I hate to just go down there 100% untested, but that's why, you know, we'll see. So yeah, I'm going to just drop everything like it was, put it back like it was, but with the new springs, and I may put those road active stability systems on there, and hopefully that'll help with some of the wheel. I'm hoping that the reason I had so much pinion, axle wrap, whatever, is because the springs were shot. I really hope that was the bottom line there. So we'll see. Let me get this flipped. I'll put the bed back on it. We'll see what it looks like. Boop, boop. So I got it just set back. The springs on top of the axle. Look how, I mean, this thing is, it's ridiculous how much difference that made. So I think because the dyno's coming up and I want to tow some weight with it, look at this. So we're at 24 now. We were at 19 with it flipped, so it's a full 5 inches. But my concern is that, well, I don't have the shocks, I ain't got this, I ain't got that. It's not, the dyno's coming up. I know it'll be high in the back end and be ugly, but be all right. Maybe it'll make some power, and then after it makes some power, then we can make it look even better, put the back end on the ground, and then she'll be making power and looking good, you know what I'm saying? So that's the plan. I'm gonna push this out there, check the pinion angle, tighten everything up, may have to do a little adjustment here and there. So I'll be back. All right, here's where I'm at so far with the truck. So the, you know what it's called, you know what I'm saying? The notch that I put in it and the axle flip, it's not gonna work right now. I need to get shocks. I don't have enough time to get it all put together. So what I did is I put the axle back under the springs temporarily, and I pitched it at a different angle, and she real ugly right now. She got a real bad rake to her, and that's okay. It ain't gonna be like that forever. Once I get it done on the dyno and everything, then I'll drop it. But the drop was like 5 inches, and it put the fender somewhere down here. I'd like to go 4, so I think I'm gonna have to change that hanger and then flip the axle to get what I'm after. But I got the new springs put in it, and I haven't got those road things on there yet, but I'm gonna blast down the road real quick, see how the truck feels, and I'm gonna do a video underneath and see if the pinion's pitching any better or not. Now, I know on that, maybe this video, I don't know what video it's gonna be on, but I was talking about how it needs to be parallel. My hair is, so, I don't know, parallel most of the time from what I understand. This rear end pitches up so violently, or it was before, that right now it's technically not parallel. The trans is down 3 and the pinion is like a 1/2 degree up, so it's like 2.5 difference. But I think that when I'm driving or accelerating hard, it'll be straight and it'll be correct at that point. So anyways, let me drive down the road, let me see what it does. All right, here we go. Put a little heat in it before I do that. Feels pretty smooth. way better. Let me slow down and hit it one more time. All right, this is a 15, 20 roll.